question is, why is it that you support the NRA with all these school shootings?
You see, I support the NRA for many reasons. The first being, it is one of our constitutional amendments. There are so many Republican people in America that support the Second Amendment, and it's like our way we defend ourselves from criminals. Why would you want to disarm our American citizens?
That is true, but they're not enforcing laws as much as they should, because
What do you mean? What kind of laws?
somehow these kids are they're getting their hands on guns when they shouldn't, and they're shooting.
Well, you see, I don't think that the gun problem, I don't think it's a problem with the guns themselves. People kill people, not guns, right? People kill people, not guns. So therefore, I think the way to go about fixing the solution is to have mental evaluations on these people to ensure that the wrong people don't get them in the wrong hands.
All right. Do you realize how many people died because of the lack of gun control?
Well, you see, gun control is not even an option. It's completely unconstitutional. It's not the way of America. Why would we do that? That's not right.
All right. How do you think the next 4 years will be with less gun control?
With less gun control? Well, you see, my campaign, I'm not really going for less gun control. I think what we have right now is pretty adequate. However, I do see ways into upping the mental evaluations. I guess the Republican Party does not fully support that, but I do care for the people of America, and I do believe mental evaluations are the way to go.
Okay. Well, that was all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
care about the environment.
This is Sean, your Republican nominee. He wants guns to be easier to access. He cares about his food more than he cares about your safety. Is this someone you want running your country?
I'm Natasha Ringo here on NA News, and today we have a special guest today. Gianna Hebert. I'm representing the Democratic Party. Okay, today I have some questions for you. What do you think will change in the next 4 years?
Well, with my hopeful election for the presidency, I hope to make some dramatic reforms to the environmental policies that are currently held in the United States, and help to close the wage gap between men and women and minority groups and white people, and also just empower social change throughout the United States.
But what do you plan on changing specifically?
Well, first, going back into the Paris Climate Agreement that was signed under President Obama, and also reforming the coal mining system and completely taking that away. Yeah.
Okay. What is the current state of our environment, and what needs to be done to improve it?
Well, scientists have just predicted that we only have 12 years left to reverse climate change as it's at right now, until we get to about 2030, and it'll be technically irreversible and just kind of leaving us in doom, for humanity. So that's pretty bad. What can be done to change it is first by reducing our emissions, and everybody on an individual level trying to save resources and lessen their ecological footprint that they're leaving behind.
Wow, that was a lot of information. Well, that was really interesting to hear, and we'll vote for her, Yay, Democrats. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are entering a very worrisome era in our current politics. We knew this ahead of time and we could see it coming, but the reality is still sobering. The left is losing globally. It seems as though we're entering another period of global fascism. Brazil just elected a full-on fascist leader, not in the same vein as our current president, whose method seems to be more of a half-baked authoritarianism. But something must be done. I want to reinstill policies that our current president has undone to protect members of the LGBT community, immigrants, women, and people of color. We also need to put a stronger emphasis on trying to slow down the effects of climate change. We need to focus on closing the gender wage gap and fixing income inequality. Yes, hearing the news was deeply saddening. My heart goes out to all the transgender members of the LGBT community. It's just incredibly sad to know that all the progress made for the LGBT movement is being undone just like that. I think what we need is more education. We need to help protect our LGBT youth. The government has to do more to help. We need to help teach the public that aren't members of the LGBT community that there's nothing wrong with being LGBT. They're just people. And that's all I have to say on the matter.